If only we have the power to swamp Spider-Man with Deku. That way, no value will be lost. The feelings of these recent developments make me think this is some sort of soft reboot. When All For One was defeated, the series was sort of renewed with a new set of build-ups and whatnot. In hindsight, it has been disappointing. With the latest developments, despite the unrewarded sensation and the rapid speed development that is equivalent to a series that's afraid to be cancelled. Not saying this is. The quality relies heavily on its future. While I can't say the chapter is the end of the arc, it's definitely an epilogue and a sight for what's to come for the series. First, the chapter starts off more or less recapping the arc under fake news. For example, the report stated that it was a group of bad guys, rather than specifically announce the League of Villains started the mayhem. Citizens were addressed as vigilante, rather than commanded army. In short, it was a terrorist attack that people were hurt and killed, but Redestro is fine and the League were never involved. I find it hard to believe this would be good enough to believe, but whatever. The bottom line is the League is safe as well as Redestro's reputation. End of story. Now then, the League has a far better comforting place to relax. There's not much to say other than they have sushi, so bonsai! The display with Liberation Man interacting with them is similar to Mafia, annoyed, but have to deal with it. I did laugh at Twice paying respect to Toga's picture, as if she has died. But there she is, in a more focused panel because I guess we need fan service. I don't know if her eye patch is a permanent design, but we'll see in a small time skip. By the way, sucks to be compressed to receive squat. Seriously. I remember seeing somebody was hoping for Compress to have a backstory, but I guess he's not worthy enough to get one, or maybe it'll be later on, who knows. The highlight is the massive upgrade of the villains' organization. They went from few people to over 100,000. Look at those fudders waiting to get pummeled by one or two men. Then again, maybe this is the series' way to shoot out more villains for each arc. We'll see. Shigaraki now has a design of a major boss with a suit and a coat. Also, he has fingers replacement. He is definitely carrying the honor of All For One. I can't say that's a good thing. He somehow retrieved a hand that magically survived the outbreak. I guess for design's purposes, he's not Shigaraki without it. Redestro is basically remade in writing's perspective. He announces to the army that he was wrong and blinded to the truth. While he claims he has not surrendered, he did pass his position to Shigaraki, as he is deemed as the true liberator. There you have it. That's the explanation you needed to know. They also form a new name, the Paranormal Liberation Front. I don't know about you, but that name is too long, or feel it is, and doesn't have a good hook. For now at least. Even Shigaraki says the name is overblown later on, though he didn't help by clarifying that it's better. Try saying it out loud and see if it's good. The Paranormal Liberation Front. Watch out! It's the Paranormal Liberation Front! I don't know. We'll see in due time. Supposedly, each named character such as Toga, Twice, etc. is now appointed as a lieutenant, and they will have their own army for their needs. If that's the case, I suppose they have upgraded to boss quality. Let's hope the treatment fares better. I have to point out the elephant in the room, apparently, and that is Ginton's face exposure. It is not addressed whether he's a girl or a pretty boy. Personally, it wouldn't matter to me. I just find it funny how fans are desperate for the former. Yeah, I still remember fans hoping for Uchiko to be a girl before the review. Could you imagine the disappointment? Hell, I like to think Kohi just remember that he killed off Curious. It's like, oh crap, I forgot I killed her off. What's the best option? Make Ginton as a girl. Look forward to the next volume inside cover with her posing. Seriously, Redestro's character feels rewritten, almost like a cheap excuse to make the Pack faction work. I have stated before that his persona and ambition work as a leader or one-man army. Because he is with a faction now, not as a leader, his persona has transformed into a raging fanboy. Again, I have never seen a sign or hints that insinuate that he will be that kind of guy. I mean, I understand somebody's carrying the mantle better, even though it's just destruction, but just go with it. On the other hand, the series is known to have over-eccentric characters that likes to yell, so I guess it is fitting in a way. It is what it is. Although this chapter is basically the showcase of the villain's uprising, there are two interesting notes to consider. One in which is the new power for Shigaraki. It's not much so for the power-up, because God knows how much this series is creeping its way to the typical shonen standard. Rather, it is what the next and the final task is. The doctor didn't say what exactly, but it's probably one more move before inevitably shift back to the hero's side. You can say in this case, the journey is more interesting than the destination, as it should be. The real interesting part is with Hawks. He was confident about the situation to be not so challenging with the poor condition of the league, yet troubling despite of it. Now, he's in a whirl of trouble. Like the fans' reaction, who knew they would upgrade this massive under a day? The scary part is, he will have little to no chance to escape if he's exposed. He brought in Gina's dead to Dabi, which pleased him. First of all, I doubt Hawks killed Gina's, let alone the body being him, is likely a trick. With that said, that's more problematic. The lie is planted, and if they find out he has lied, he's done for. It goes without saying, but Hawks pretty much says heroes and Japan are in great danger. Now that the writing has established that claim, I seriously hope something different is on its way. I seriously hope the feel of danger is pronounced. I seriously hope that in hindsight, it's worth investing. Writers can have a second win to match up their vintage quality. Some are lucky, some aren't. I hope this is where it picks up again. It will be given for the plot, but what it needs is the journey to be fleshed out and exciting. Personally, the pattern of combat is worn out and need to alternate somehow. Otherwise, it's basically Fairy Tail 2.0, now without ecchi shots. I think this was a decent chapter that pretty much boils down to relying on the future. It established a rebranded faction, which I probably call Liberation for short, the current status of each character, and the potential of Japan's doomsday. Hawk's danger has increased tenfold. Talk about returning home with a big surprise. For those who are wary on the series, this could be seen as a heavy gamble. This arc was a build-up to the eventual big plot development, whenever the time will be. If it pays off well, I will be happy. Otherwise, many may put this series on hold or even drop. I won't stop reading, but my care factor will die. As much as I say this many times over and over, but it has to be said. Only time will tell. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. I wonder how long it would take for one of the villains, or probably the entire faction, will start to invade once again. Unless we're gonna go back to another training arc with the heroes. Ain't that some fun? What do you think of this chapter? Share your thoughts in the comment section. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.